Well, good evening, everybody. I just wanted to post another short little video here. This is just going to be a test. I had been using this camera that was about 15 years old up until this point, and it didn't have really good resolution. So what I decided to do, I had this other little camera laying around, and I think the resolution is a lot better on it. It still can't zoom in real close, but I think you can see things a lot clearer rather than the old 640 level. Now this is a 720, so hopefully this looks better to you, and I just want to get your opinion. I did want to take this opportunity to mention a couple things I forgot to mention last night as far as scenery goes, and one of those things was grading my yard. So instead of using all those individual strips of cork, which could get really expensive for a large area like a yard, which usually is on the same grade, at least several of the tracks are, and some of the tracks might be on a different grade. But what I've found that is a lot less expensive is buying these cork tiles from off of Amazon. These are 1/4 inch thick. So they're just 12 by 12 cork tiles, and what will happen is they, as soon as you get out to an area like on your main line that has to use the strips, where you use the strips of cork, it'll match right up to it. So one other thing I like about these cork tiles is they're a little bit lighter, and so when the ballast goes over them, the ballast isn't going to is going to blend a little bit better. If you're missing a few spots of ballast, you're not going to notice it with this lighter color. Of course, with the strips that you buy, you can always paint those, which is probably a good idea. But with this, you don't have to worry about it, because especially my ballast, like I said in another video, that I blend it with various colors: the buff color, the gray blend, the brown, the dark brown, and even mix in a little of the red iron ore ballast to give it a more natural color. So the other thing I forgot to mention was this little product called a Ninja, and this is not my invention by any means. I know there's some other videos on YouTube which show one of these choppers. So get one of these choppers, because they can do a lot for you. This one was $20, I think, at Target. You might be able to even find them a little bit cheaper. But having those will give you a little more flexibility in doing some of your scenery. I go down to Hobby Lobby or Michael's and buy these little foam balls. These are floral foam. And if you put that in that Ninja, you'll end up with a little baggie. This is about half the ball. You end up with a little baggie, which is pretty much the same stuff that you buy from Woodland Scenics, and probably maybe a little bit cheaper, because these foam balls are, they can be as low as a couple bucks if you find them on sale, up to $4 or $5. So just another good tip if you want to try to economize just a little bit. So those are a couple things I wanted to mention. Hopefully you can see. This camera can't zoom in really, but hopefully if I back up a little bit, you can see a lot more detail on my grass and some trees I've put here, and my ballast. So it's probably a lot clearer than the old resolution of 640 having a 720 camera. So anyway, just a little test. Let me know if you think it looks a lot better. I think it does, just watching it on the monitor. And I hope to be putting up another update soon with some more track laying and things like that. Have a good evening.